Hey beauties and gents, it's your girl Linnee and welcome to Inner Beauty Out. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And if you're just coming back, y'all, come on back. Y'all know, you already know. I promised that I would be back here again, trying to be consistent and being on that grind and being on this upload on a regular basis. And I feel like everything is somewhat falling in line to allow that to happen. So I'm super excited to sit here before you guys, regardless of whether it is a prime sale or not. I'm not sure if these items are on sale, but I did want to share some of my recommendations of things on the market that work for me and I've enjoyed using, and I use them like repeatedly, that I think that if you are interested, you should definitely cop. So I'm not going to make this intro super long. I feel like I've already done so let's jump right into it. All right, so I've broken this down into different sections. We have a couple different categories, and I'll try to see if I can timestamp them so that you know which category to go to. And I'll also have the links to all the items that we're talking about in today's video below in the description box for you to have easy access. Please note that if you do decide to purchase from those links, I do make a small commission from Amazon. But other than that, you're free to, search them on your own or whatever you will. So I'll include them below. All right, first up, I want to share with you guys, I moved into a new place, and I can't wait to share with you guys like my whole new empty apartment tour and so forth. So that's definitely coming up. But here's a sneak preview of what I've done to the place since. In my bedroom, I felt like I needed a little bit something to just bring it and make it feel like mine, like customize it. I was a little over like the white walls, and so I ended up finding this cool wallpaper that mimics wood, and I'm gonna insert the clip here so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But I feel like it made my room like so much better. It feels so good to be in that space. It just feels warmer, and it just feels more like me. So it was pretty, like the endeavor of doing it was my very first time of actually putting wallpaper up ever. It was like at 11:30 at night. So needless to say, I didn't wrap up till like close to 1 o'clock in the morning. Had me a little, sip of something on the side while I was putting it up. It was pretty interesting. So pretty cool buy. I think I bought 5 rolls of paper, and it was like $5.99 a roll or $4.99 a roll. And so it wasn't really a expensive refresh, if you will. It was actually pretty budget friendly. So if you need something to kind of spice up your room, then you can do that. Second up is my nightstands. I had a hard time trying to find some nightstands that I felt would marry my headboard as well as my nightstands. So the nightstands are like this black, dark wood, and it has gold like fixtures on it as far as like the accessory piece. And then I had like my headboard, which was like gray. So I was like, this is kind of hard to go. Like I can't do white. I felt like it was going to be too much. I wanted to do some sort of like bamboo style with it, but then I thought that was also throwing it off. So I thought back to a purchase that I made for my boss's office. In his office, I actually got him these same exact lamps, and they were so budget friendly. And so I believe they're made by Ashley's, and I've actually seen them for a different price at Ashley's. So you're getting a better deal, believe it or not, through Amazon. And it was like, to me, a steal for the price of 2 lamps. It really brings everything together. It has a little bit of the black element, which I really like with as far as the shading of the lamp. The inside makes it super warm because it's gold on the inside, and of course the barrel itself is gold, and then the base of it is gray, which ties in my headboard. So it was perfect. And I was like, why am I going crazy looking for this like spectacular lamp when I already had it in my possession the whole time? So I reordered it for me. I've actually hook them up to smart plugs, so they're on a timer to like turn on at this point. Whenever I'm ready to go to bed at like a certain time at night, it'll turn on. But if it's during the weekends, I don't have it set up on that timer, so it doesn't just like be on in case I'm not home. So what I do is I actually have an app that I can control it and turn it on and off before I actually get into the room, and so it just works out so much better. I love the idea of having a smart home. I would love to eventually get to a point where my entire home is smart, and is like kind of like I can, you know, kind of work on it through my phone, or it's already programmed to know what to do. I love that like convenience. I would definitely incorporate that in my forever home for sure, but in this apartment right now, what I can only do and work with right now so far are the smart plugs, and I enjoy them a lot, and it was the perfect budget-friendly item to add to my list. When you're living on your own, furnishing your place is definitely pricey, and so I felt like this was a great budget-friendly way to give it character, personality, still be stylish, on trend, and still be pocket-friendly, if you know what I mean. Next up is this coffee table here, and so I love this. I had posted this on my Instagram, I think it was Instagram stories, and everybody was commenting and loving it. I think it's so unique. It kind of even works with the same color style as my lamps in my bedroom, but this was a great find. I wanted something that was different but still like glam, but not too, but still simplistic, and shipping was actually fairly quick. I actually got this during the last Amazon Prime sale, which was like earlier this year. I don't remember quite. It was like a spring Amazon sale. So I got that then. As far as directions on how to put this together, I would say that there really wasn't really any helpful instructions on how to put this together, but it was pretty simple if you're like looking at it like common sense wise. But I would say that, you know, definitely take a real gander at the photo to kind of gauge. I really love the way it came out. I feel like it's very sturdy. It feels very like luxe. It doesn't seem cheaply made. It is super heavy, and so I'm super excited that I invested in this piece. It really brought my living room together. The next section that we're on is electronics, and the electronics section for me is where I geek out the most. Waiting for the car to go by. And so it is super exciting for me to find office supplies that also marry the category of electronic. All right, first up is this mechanical keyboard. It is a gaming keyboard. It does have backlighting, which you can kind of control here. I will insert a clip of it in its actual like use me at work. But here's what it looks like in person. But it's super clean, pretty slim. Having to bring this in was like super easy. I just popped it in my tote and that was good to go. USB wired keyboard. So if you have a USB-C, you might need an adapter to be able to convert this, or maybe like search it up where it has a USB-C. I'm not sure if they run this way. It does come with an ergonomical wrist rest, or arm rest, if you will, and it's magnetic actually. So it just literally, but I really love this, and every time I am working on this keyboard, people are always coming around like, oh, your keyboard is so cool, your keyboard is so cool, and I'm like, I know, I love it. The spring on this is really, really good. It's not a super loud keyboard like most like mechanical keyboards, and the other piece that I love about it is that it has like a numerical pad on the side. So most keyboards kind of come just like half without that part, but I love that it has that, because if I'm working on a spreadsheet or I'm working on something that involves me putting in numbers or playing around with numbers, it's right here. So I love this keyboard. This is my keyboard. I love it. All right, next up on the list is a iPhone portable charger. If you are looking for something a little bit less pricey in terms of the MagSafe charger, there's one by Anchor, and it looks like this. I got it in the color purple, and it has the MagSafe ring on it, and basically it is a magnetic charger. So right now the phone is not charging. As soon as I put it on, boom, charging. And what's also cool about it, so you can kind of carry this in a very more sleek way, versus having to pull out like a large kind of portable charger. But what's also cool is that this can also act as a stand. So if you have it on your table, boom, you know, isn't that cool? I'm gonna put it right there so you can kind of see, but it acts as a stand as well. So if you want to just have it up on your desk, you can do that, or at a table where you are, you can do that. So that does that. But I really like this. It lasts really long in terms of charging it. Like, you don't have to charge it often. And so yeah, I had to get it in purple. Purple is my favorite color. Alrighty then. Alright, next up on the list is a iPad cover, and I really like this iPad cover because first of all, it's purple. And actually, I got this idea from my sister. She actually has a smaller iPad, but she had this, and I wondered, like, how does she get this fold? Because this is super cool. Most of the cases I found don't have it, and it just opens up and folds back this way. But I love how thin and light this is. And it has that extra fold, and the reason why that comes in handy is when you put your iPad in here, and let's say you have an Apple Pen and it's charging, like the second generation Apple Pencil, and it's charging at the top, it will actually sit nice and snug together where it won't fall off or fall out of the case, which I love. So on top of that, I actually found another like holder that is on Amazon. And it's actually specifically for the Apple Pencil. And so literally I just kind of put it right on there, and it also keeps it held with the iPad and it won't fall out. It's nice and sturdy and protected. The tip is protected and everything. All right, so if I'm putting my iPad on here, it looks like this. It literally is magnetic. And so that it's magnetically attached on here. This is Inception, because you see me seeing you, seeing me seeing you on multiple ends. And so when I don't want to close this because I don't want to turn this off, but basically when I'm putting my pen up here, pen is up there, and if I were to close the case, I can now close this over it and not have an issue. I think that is like the dopest thing ever. I love that for me. And so I had to share this with you guys because I thought that this was a very nice, clean, simple, light way of carrying an iPad, especially if you have one of the bigger iPads like the iPad Pro. Sometimes you just want to switch it out and have something a little bit more lightweight, hence having this, and I love that for me. Switching categories. Next category up is the kitchen, and I, since having my place now, have been really excited about buying and making purchases for kitchen items. I struggled with finding a really good mug that I really liked aesthetically and that would handle really hot water. So I had purchased another mug. It was a black matte mug like set before, and for some reason it could not hold hot water. Like whenever I would put hot boiling water in it, the mug would crack. Like I lost like maybe 1 or 2 mugs because of that. So I was on the market for finding something that would handle and sustain the hot water. And I found these cute double-walled, they're called tea bloom cups. And I really love them. I think they are timeless because they go with pretty much every season, if that makes sense. So if I'm in the winter time and I need some hot chocolate, I could do that. But if I'm in the summertime and I just want some coffee, I could do that. Or if I'm at the end of the night and I would like some tea, I could do that. And I really love these. So these come in a set of 2, I believe. So I bought 2 of these, or 2 sets, so to speak, and it actually comes with free tea balls, which is really cute. Love this because it really can hold and withstand hot water. And when I say like boiling hot, for some reason my tea kettle goes ham on this, and this does not. It hasn't wavered, it hasn't cracked, it hasn't like complained. And it works out really great. So if you're on the hunt for a nice large sized mug, like oversized, yes, if you're in the market for this, I would definitely recommend 10 out of 10. This one's gonna be a twofer because I was also very picky about getting plates, and I wanted something that was simple, that was classic, but also something when plated would look really nice. And I was on the hunt again around the time during the first Amazon Prime sale, and I came across this textured ceramic plate, which I really love. It is a ceramic all the way around. It's almost like a stone kind of finish. If you look, it's textured inside, and I really like these. I did not realize though how small it was going to be. For some reason I thought this was a lot larger, and I actually had picked up two. So I had also picked up this one, and I thought this was going to be the size of this, and I thought this was going to be a little bit larger. It's not a set, so you have to buy them separately. It comes 4 in a pack for each, and so I purchased this, and then I purchased this, and so when they came I was like, oh, she kind of small, which is fine. I don't have any issues when it comes to plating stuff in here. It's not too small for me to eat from. And then if I want a little bit of a snack or something like that, I'd use this. And so this is like something like I would probably make like a cucumber salmon kind of like snack salad, or if I'm eating you know, dumplings, things like that, I would put in like this. And so I love them, so I ended up keeping them. This one's a little darker than this one, but the color is not completely off where you can't plate them together, because I really like them. I do have an extra find that I wanted to share with you guys, and it is a biodegradable cup. I'm sure you probably have seen this video on my channel as well, and it's me making a cold brew coffee, and I'll insert it here. And so basically I love that, but for me, because I'm someone who, I feel like I don't want to make my cold brew in a tumbler. I really would love to just like kind of see how, like, measure it out that way. I could make my matcha in that. I can make my cold brew in it. And what I love about it is that I'm not really harming the earth, because I would say biodegradable material. So basically, even the sun, if I leave my cup in the car, the lid will start to melt. Like, it melted before. And that tells me that yes, this is the way to go, because it's not actually adding to the plastic pollution in the earth. And so I'm doing my part, even though I need something that's like a one-off. So at the end of the day, I can chuck it and not feel bad. And then I could just carry my regular tumbler for water. So that's really how I like love kind of doing my thing. And so I will link that also below. I'm about to place a new order for it. I just ran out, and so I hope that that is something that you might find useful in your day-to-day. All right, so for the organization piece, I have been loving, I've ordered quite a bit of shoe boxes. I had a vision in my closet that I really wanted to execute, and that vision was that each shoe box, I wanted to have shoe boxes for each of my shoes, that I can actually see and know what shoes that I'm actually wearing and what shoes that I'm not wearing. I kind of did away with having a shelf because it took up a lot of space, although the shoe boxes still do, but they're a little bit more visually appealing, if that makes sense. So I got them in a black shade. They were easy to really put together. I'll include that information or a video of that as well in this video. And I really love them. So I include all my shoes in there. For the summer, I had sandals, I had shoes and heels and sneakers in like sections, and sometimes you can even go as far as like color, you know, kind of organizing it by color. I am in the process now of about to switch into winter, and so the summer shoes are going to come down and they're going to go away, and then like my actual like going out shoes slash you know, work shoes and sneakers will still go up, and booties and stuff like that. So they're really spacious as well. So if you need more space, you can kind of put them in the long ways in terms of like laying it down. So if you're worried about that, don't worry, it really works out in that sense. And I thought they were a really good deal. I think it was like 6 in a pack for about $50 or $60 or something like that, and I still had some left over. So if you're in the market for this or trying to achieve that, I would definitely recommend 10 out of 10. All right, so next up is this hanger. I thought this was really great. I actually was looking for something similar to this to put my pants. I think these are a little bit more aesthetically pleasing because they will also sit nicely on the hanger. And so I decided to opt for this instead and kind of go back through my closet and rehang all my bottoms, especially when it comes to work clothes. It has a grip on it, so it's not going to slip and slide off of the hanger, and then it has like a slight edge raised, so that way it also doesn't slide off of the hanger once you put it in. I really think this is really cute. It's very simplistic. It's really really nice. So I can't wait to redo and show you guys if I haven't already in this clip, but this is the plan for the bottom section of my clothes in my closet. So if you know me, you know this about me. I love planners, I love notebooks, I love everything office supplies. I mean, I think I said that in the beginning. Let me put my nerdy glasses on, you know, because yes, why not? So this is the Legend planner, and I absolutely love this. I found this on Amazon, of course. So in the Life Legend planner, there is a section for you to list 100 of your dreams right here on the first 2 pages. Then it asks you some awareness and self-discovery questions, as well as some most important life questions. Some of them include, in terms of the awareness piece, is what brings me joy and good feeling in life? What am I passionate about? And another one is, what does a successful life look like for me? I think this is really, really cool. I love that because it's definitely thought-provoking, and it definitely gives you enough space to write that. And then there is somewhat of a vision board. And so these are the different categories, as you can see. And so basically at the top of it, it has your current, there's a section where it shows like your current situation. Then you have your vision for that particular category, why you want that, and then what is the strategy towards getting that. And I feel like I didn't really understand the value of this planner until now, because I got it and I thought, ooh, this is really great. But like as I really started to really align my goals for myself in my life, and like really started doing therapy and seeking the help of a career coach, I really realized that I had a very vague vision of what I wanted for myself, but I never really articulated or really mapped it out to see how I could actually achieve those things. And so you're really just going through life in the sense of just like taking each day as it comes along, not necessarily in the sense of like really putting it into practice of like how I'm gonna do this, and this can actually happen for me if I do this. And so I really, 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 really enjoy this. There's other sections in terms of top 3 for each category of goals. So whether it's your health and fitness, your personal development, your career, business, finances, romantic relationships, family and friends, quality of life, and spirituality, or just it says spiritual. And then it has a section for your most important first year goals. And then there's a mind map if you are someone who's just more of a creative, like free thinker, and you just need to doodle things. There is a section for skills, habits, and people. And under that, it says, what are the skills and habits I need to learn to achieve my goals? And on that, first thing I wrote up there is consistency. And I am trying to do that right now with YouTube. And so I'm proud of myself for actually getting to that point. It has a section that says my bad habits and bad behaviors that I want to break. And so yes, we have that. I mean, this book is amazing, and I love this color that it comes in. It comes in so many other different colors. I'll include that. It does have a empty calendar year. So for each section in the calendar portion, it has a empty calendar that you can write out the dates. So you can use this at any year. Honestly, it's not dedicated to a particular year. It's not numbered. So you can do that. At the end of that month, you can actually put in reflections of your month. And so the reflection of the month looks like this, and it basically is a page that has, did I reach this month's goal? And if not, why not? So you got to answer to yourself and keep yourself accountable. And then it says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do I feel about my progress this month? And so you have to kind of like shade in where you feel like you landed in terms of the month, your progress, I'm sorry. And then it says, why do I feel this way about my progress this month? And so it gives you a place to elaborate. Then there's a wheel, and the wheel is the wheel. And it says, rate 1 to 10 your month using your life balance wheel. Did you maintain a healthy work-life balance, and which life areas are you lacking? So you might start off and say, okay, for the spiritual part, I was on 10 because I had a great relationship with Jesus this month. Like, I was praying, I was in my Bible, I was doing the thing. And then you might be like, in health and fitness, I might have just gave myself a 4 because I did not eat clean, I did not go and work out, but you know, maybe I didn't drink that much alcohol, or you know, or maybe I was, you know, I took some steps towards walking versus like taking the elevator or escalator. So just being accountable for yourself in that sense. And then it gives you an option to like write down why do you feel like you're lacking in a particular area, and then what are 3 things that you're going to improve on in the next month. So there's a section for that. So they do that for every month up until from January to January. So I love that. And then it goes into the weekly piece of it. And let me see if I can show you a blank one. I'm gonna go into May. So May, it has like the days, but you can put in, like I said, the dates, the month, the year. What are your goals for the week? Are you tracking any habits? What is your work to-do list? What's your personal to-do list? And so that's what the weekly looks like. And then it comes with stickers, guys. Stickers. Who doesn't love stickers? Okay, so these are stickers. Basically, it has like appointment reminders. Is it a cleaning day? Is it a laundry day? Is it, you know, a house maintenance day? Is it payday? For categories that you can actually add into the month or the week. But I love this to go back and look at and really see my progress and my growth. I'm going to be a little bit more intentional now that I feel like the Wheel of Life thing is a thing, and the fact that it makes you really assess and really brainstorm the things at the beginning of the year, I love that. I'm looking forward to using this again. I really am excited about this. This is probably my top favorite repurchase. Definitely would recommend, 10 out of 10. I'm not going to share something that I don't personally use, and I really feel like this is something I can definitely stand behind. The creators who made this did a really good job, and I love that. So yeah. Let's go into the beauty section. Let me take the glasses off. Let's take the glasses off because we don't want any indentations on the makeup, you know. And so we're gonna go into the beauty section. And in the beauty section, I actually am loving right now are these puffs. So I keep mine in this like kind of beauty blender holder, but here are 3. It comes, I forget how many in a pack. I'll include that in the video, but this is what they look like. They're a triangular velvet kind of puff. It has like a satin kind of ribbon to hold it on one side, and then the actual puff is all the way around. So what I love about this in particular is great for setting your translucent powder if you're doing the baking method or whatever the case may be when you're doing your actual makeup application. So what I would do is I would put this into the powder, the translucent powder, tap it on my hand to take off any excess, but still kind of like push some of the product into the sponge, and then go underneath the eye to place the powder to set underneath my eyes. And so this is great for that, and it's also great to carry with you as a touch-up, like, and I love that. So you can actually just touch up your makeup throughout the day with it in your, you know, whatever mesh bag you want to put it in, or in your purse and such. So I love that. Also, I find that I love this also because I could just throw them in the wash and wash them. I love this, and it feels so soft on the skin. Love that for me, and definitely a recommended 10 out of 10 for you. You'll see the difference in your makeup application and the longevity of your makeup application when you set it that way. And this one is actually when you're washing your face at the end of the day. I have found that I want to keep my edges protected and not get water around the waterline. So I put this on around my hair, and basically it looks like this. I'll show you. You know? And you can put it down. I don't want to get the makeup all up on it, but basically this is what it looks like. Definitely keeps your ears nice and warm too. And what's even cooler is I found wristbands that also do the same. And so basically, have you ever like went to go wash your face and water just starts dripping down your wrist? Like, I hate that feeling. And so these are wristbands. Not a need, but definitely a nice to have. And basically when you wash your face, the water is captured here at the wrist, so you don't have to worry about it dripping all the way down, doing the most while you're just trying to wash your face, you know? So I love these. I feel like Wakanda forever. All right, but they come in cool colors. I really wish I could find a black one, to be quite honest, so that I could do this matching thing. But this taupe color was a cool color. It comes in a pack of 4 in the ones that I had found. So there's this like darker pink, a lighter pink, and a white. And then of course the like tannish taupey looking one is this one. And I like these because you can also leave them out if you have guests that come over, and you know, they can actually use that, and then you just pop them in the wash and wash them and you're good to go. So I think that's dope. I love that. I'm gonna just include a photo of it, but it's this particular lash glue that I absolutely love. It's called Callus. I used to be really obsessed with the Danessa Myricks glue. But my dupe to that would be the Callus. It's actually more affordable, and it comes through in a pack, and it comes through Amazon Prime. So if you need your lashes on, sis, you need black lash glue, sis, and you need it fast, like before Friday, sis, Amazon Prime has got you. And I love it. So I usually just get 3 in a pack. I always have a backup, and that works out for me. But it's one of the lash glues that I actually recommend. I love it over Duo. I don't really care for any of the other ones, but this one, I definitely love that. The black one, it does come in white. It does, like white as in clear, and the black one. So you can take your pick. Women's. We struggle, at least I know I struggle with, when I'm on my cycle, cramps, right? And so, or I have back pain, right? I was involved in a car accident not too long, well, a while ago, and I would often struggle with some back pain. I found this weighted massage heating pad, and this is what it looks like. On one side, it's this gray version of it. These are the massaging, vibrating things on the other side. And basically this is the remote control that is connected to it. One side controls the heat, the other side controls the massage. It's on a timer, so it won't stay on for too long, just to protect you. It auto turns off after 2 hours of non-use, and so it will vibrate these things and produce heat at the same time. Plus it has beads that makes it weighted, so it just gives a little bit more pressure to your area of discomfort. So you don't necessarily have to use this if you're a woman. You can use this if you just have general back pain, and it can go, and you can carry this. So like if you want to bring this into the office and put it in your chair and you're having that kind of a day, boom, you can have that. Other thing that I have here is more of something that you would carry. This might not be the most sustainable route, but I feel like it's pretty efficient, and I found these baggies. This bag itself I don't really carry with me, but I have another bag that I put it in. Basically, when you have your cycle and you need to get rid of tampons or pads or whatever the case may be, you basically can put them in this little Ziploc bag with whatever tissue, feminine wipe, whatever you want, whatever you're disposing of. You put this in a very opaque bag that you cannot see, like you literally can't see through it. Zip it up and put it into that little garbage thing. Or if you need to come out and because they don't have a garbage thing on the inside, at least you know you can carry this black thing and put it in the garbage, and it doesn't look like I just wrapped my pad up in something, you know what I mean? And so I thought this was really good. My sister hates the idea because she thinks the plastic is bad for the environment, the planet, and I get it. It's an option. It's a nice to have. It's not a must have, but it's definitely a recommend. I would recommend it. Not a necessity, but I just thought I would bring this to you. All right, so our next category right now is fashion. I've purchased a couple things throughout the years with Amazon when it comes to fashion, and they have a try before you buy program, and I really like that because you really kind of get to feel for the things that you are trying out before you actually purchase it. So one of the things that I actually thought I wasn't sure if I was gonna like, but I ended up loving them, were a pair of Doc Martens. So basically this is the sandal version of the Doc Marten. I really enjoyed wearing this over the summer. It buckles over to the side here, and I really loved it. Like, it feels so comfortable. It's called, what is this here? Software wear, as in W-A-I-R. And honestly, the cushion on this is like nothing else, right? So when I know I'm gonna go do a bunch of clients or whatever, I typically would wear this in the summer months, and I was good all day, like on my feet. Like the support, I don't know if you could even tell, but like the support is like unmatched in terms of the sole. Like I don't even know if you can really see. I would try them on right now, but my toes it's not looking really cute right now. So we are due for a pedicure, so we're not gonna do that to ourselves. So this was a size 10 for me, 8 UK, 42 euro. And so they do run bulky because Doc Martens definitely just run that way. But I really love this, and it has the nice, I just love the straps where they hit on my toes, so my toenails kind of show, but at the same time it's just not giving too much feet, you know what I mean? This is definitely something I would definitely recommend. I get a lot of compliments on that too whenever I wear them. They're like, oh, are those Doc Martens? I'm like, yeah. Next up on the list is a satin robe, and I'll definitely show you guys why I like this is because it's a longer robe. So it's basically, the sleeves are still kind of like short. I really am also looking for a satin robe that has long sleeves but also long, if that makes sense. So this is one of the longer robes. It still has, like, it reaches pretty far down the leg. I got a large / extra large. It comes with the ribbon to wrap it around you. There are no buttons, and so when you're getting out the shower sometimes and you're getting ready, sometimes you're just in the middle of like putting clothes on, but you're not, like maybe you're doing your makeup, maybe you're doing your hair, and sometimes I get real hot in the middle of that process, so I want something light that I could actually put on. It's also giving me like black girl luxury. I wear it often, and I have it hooked right next to the shower so I could do my little black luxe thing. So if you're on the hunt for that, I'll link that also below. My last fashion finds are actually Apple Watch bands. And I've seen a couple different kinds, but what I've been enjoying is more of like the bands that look like actual watches. So like on me right now, I have this band, which is like a 2-layered kind of like chain situation. This is what the watch looks like on the band looks like on my wrist. I love the band so much so that I went and actually got a few more, and so I actually have quite a bit of them, and I find that you know, it almost feels like you're getting a brand new watch when you change your band. All right, so this is what the silver band looks like. This is what the gold one on me looks like. It's basically the same one, only this one's in gold and the other one is in silver. I also picked up another gold band. I really like this one too. I think it looks pretty good on. I also have it's almost like a two-tone version of it. Well, it is a two-tone version of it. And this one is the silver and the gold. Love this one for me, and love the fact that it's a little bit thinner. Like the band is actually really thin. So I love that. And then I have a like faux diamond kind of like encrusted one, and I love this when you do weddings, right? Like, and you're going to a really fancy place, or it's your birthday or whatever, and you still want your Apple Watch, right? And so you can get your messages and all that stuff, and you don't have to make it look like an Apple Watch. It looks like a nice diamond watch. And then I have a black one if we want to just be classic. I love masculine kind of like looks, mostly. So I love this black one. I think that it works really well with this as well. So when you do black on black, it really looks good. It looks chic. It looks expensive. It doesn't even look like it's the actual watch. If I want to do something a little bit more classic for work, I love this one too. It really looks like a typical like strap, and I think it goes well with the black rim or black body of the Apple Watch, and so I love that with it as well. And so these And these are basically the collection that I have of bands. Some of them, some of the collection. I have more. I have mesh version ones. I have even thinner chain ones. But so far, I love these. These are the ones I would probably more so gravitate to wearing the most. And I thought this was worth mentioning, so I will include these links to these particular watch bands below. If one of them were your favorites, please let me know down below. If you want to see more bands, let me know, because I would definitely share some more. But I really love the collection of the fashion bands. And so that was really great. All right, so this is the last category that I have for you guys, and it's based on faith, and I really am excited to share this with you guys. The first one up I have here is actually something super simple. It's Bible tabs, and so this is what it looks like. I might have to zoom back in again, but basically it's these leather tabs that have, so these are the Bible tabs. This is what they look like. They're very, very well made. And so I find that I wanted to I have the CSB Study Bible, also found on Amazon. But what I loved about this is to be able to like go to any book and not be searching crazy for them. I do this with every Bible that I have, but then it's also great to look at aesthetically when you are going into your Bible. Love that for me. All right, so this year has been intense for me. Actually, since last year, I feel like has been intense for me. Just a couple of things that's been, life things that has happened, and I'm not going to make this like super heavy by any means, but I did want to share something with you guys that I felt was very encouraging for me during that season. And I actually bought quite a bit of these for friends because I felt like it was that much and it was so encouraging for me that I needed to get it for someone else. It's called the Daily Decree, bringing your day into alignment with God's prophetic destiny. And I absolutely love this to the point where I have tabbed it. I have written in it, like I have highlighted, I have done so much to this. I've wrote notes to myself, I've underlined, I have done so much to this notebook. I mean, to this book. Even the pages, I feel like I've probably like accidentally taken out. Let me see. Yep, look at it. It's come out of the seam. But I absolutely love this. They are numbered, so you'll know exactly where it goes. But I love this because it's so encouraging, and it always speaks to something that I am literally either going through. Like I always find a word of encouragement in here, and I love it. So if you're on the faith side, even if you're not, like, I just feel like it just is so encouraging. One of the ones that I have today, and I'll read this one to you. Today we decree that you receive unexpected blessings, surprises, increases, and overflow. We prophesy that you shall be pleasantly surprised by good news and good reports. We declare that bad and unexpected news shall not interfere and disrupt your peace in Jesus' name. We pray that good tidings shall break out on your right and left, and it shall be as cool water that replenish the dry places in your life. May you be divinely surprised by blessings you didn't even ask for. And we decree that good news begins to overtake all negative reports. We pray the Lord will send people in your path from many places who shall have something good to tell you. We say that you have all sufficiency in all things and your cup runs over. We pray that you will flourish abundantly, and goodness and mercy will follow you wherever you go in Jesus' mighty name. So isn't that like good? God doesn't want you living life bracing for the worst, but rather expecting the best. By asking him to bring good tidings into your life, you are showing him that you expect his best to be your life experience. Expect good news and divine surprises. I mean, is this not powerful? Every time I feel like I'm going through a season of something, I open it, or a day of something, I try to read this over. I've read this over. This is like maybe my third time reading this over. And I love it. I really do. And so it's taught me verses that I want to go back and dive a little bit deeper into. And so I go into my Bible and I kind of go and do my thing there. But I really think that if you're looking for something encouraging, especially during these times, right? Like where life is just so uncertain, you know, or just maybe you feel like you just need a word right here. Right here. So definitely 10 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 100. I don't know, 100 out of 100, like would recommend, because this is like awesome, like awesome. I can't speak about that enough. So we've reached the end. Thank you for watching up until this point. I really had to like hold myself back from sharing or oversharing. I had so many more things in each category that I wanted to share with you guys, but I'm like, we can wait, sis, we can wait. Christmas is coming, and so I know this could really make great stocking stuffers, or even birthday gifts. So if that's like you're into making like more personable like birthday gifts or just because gifts or encouragement gifts, these are great ways to do that. And so I hope you found something in here, or if anything, you just wanted to support me. And so thank you again. More videos are coming. I'm super excited to be back. I hope that you enjoyed this. So until next time, do not forget to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you know when a new video is up. Leave a comment below to keep it engaging, so that helps YouTube to know that you like my videos and you really find them helpful, and so you want to see more of them. And so when they see engagement, they see views, that helps me greatly. So until next time, I'll see you.